muted. Let me check that out. Wow, wait, the wreck that. Let's see. I was muted. Wow, wait, the wreck that. Okay. Wow, that was weird because my thing right here was not on mute. I just pushed in the microphone. So let me restart. So welcome. What's up, Ken? This is video game pickups for the past 2 weeks. And I don't do them weekly now because usually by the time the second week comes by, I'm like holding on to a little bit of cash, what's left. But I did game shopping today. I have some games from last week that I still hold on, but these are a couple games that I have that I picked up today as well. Thanks, Ken, for telling me that because that would have been awful. So it was just only a couple minutes. So we'll start off. I went to the store in Pryor, Oklahoma, and I seen these at this game store before, hoping they were still there, and gladly they was. And these unlicensed NES games. You got King of Kings and then Exodus. But I do have these loose. So when I was traveling back home, I was like, you know what? I could stop at the game store and sell the loose at games out of these, get some trades, and then could be a big one. But and trade it out for another game. So that's what I did. So, but I'm happy that I really enjoyed to get these unlicensed games for the NES. So I'm extremely happy, and I already made room in the shelving over there. I'm gonna show you the less cooler stuff first. Well, even though that I consider that pretty cool, but then we'll move on to the main event stuff. So I picked up a couple Intellivision games. Picked up Qbert for Intellivision. And you'd probably think this is an Atari game, but no, this is not an Atari game. It's a little bit smaller than a Atari 2600 game. So that's Qbert. And what's funny, this one has so many names on it. It's Carnival, made by Sega, licensed by Coleco, and made for the Intellivision. So yeah, 3 big time companies worked on this one. And I know I didn't have this one. And one of these are games I have is a double, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. And it's Frogger for the Intellivision. And I'm pretty sure this is the double. So I'll just start another bag of doubles again. So that's good to have for the Intellivision. Before we move on to the main event stuff, I was going around looking. I believe this was Thursday. That was me and my best friend were talking, and was showing him a bunch of stuff at Vintage Stock, and I came across this Atari 2600 cartridge holder. And what's cool, it has wood all over it, so wood inlay. So it's cool to have that. So I'm happy about that. I always like those kind of things like that old school look. Oh, really? The deck lights up. I really need to get the sticker for my the stand for the one up, the arcade one up. Ken, I suggest to do this. See if someone locally in the New York area. I mean, some you gotta find someone in New York, the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area to take your arcade one up and get it modded like mine. Mine's been modded so you can have over 800 arcade games. That's what I got, but you can have a way different setup than I do. So I highly suggest that than just playing one or two games on that. That's my suggestion. So when I sold those loose games off to the game store, you need to do it. I highly suggest to do it. What's cool, look on the back end of the. I just noticed this. This is an unlicensed game, but look, they still. They showed the Holy Bible right beside an NES. That's kind of funny. I just noticed that. But lately, I've been picking up a bunch of these Neo Geo MVS carts, like this one for 50. It slashed it down to 35 when I trade those two games in. I mean, it was $20 off, but part of it is it pays for tax, so it was 35. So it feels like, I thought it was 20, but no, it's because still tax. But I'm pretty sure this is a boxing, but my local game store has a bunch of these. They have the arcade unit, but now they got the multi cart, so they can just sell a bunch of these. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just slowly pick them off. On the way for this is one pissed me off. Friday I had picked up a couple more games, but I had one on hold, so I was like, and then Friday I was like, you know what, I'm picking it up anyways, and it's for the Neo Geo MVS cart, and it's the King of the Monsters. I believe this is one, King of the Monsters 1 for $80. So, and these are the actual Neo Geo games, the carts for the Neo Geo arcade units. This is what they actually play on. So this is an actual arcade game. So I got the adapter coming for my Neo Geo AES, the console. And then I also picked up Street Hoops for 60. And a lot of this stuff was slashed down because I had trade, so I didn't fully pay. Well, except that last one, I paid full price on that one, but slashed a lot of the price down because I had trades. So I picked up Street Hoops. I played this on my multi-cart, and I really enjoyed it, so I figured why not pick up the arcade version. And one of the cooler ones is Baseball Stars Professional for the Neo Geo MVS again. So I'm just gonna slowly pick at their games and try to pick up all their Neo Geo games. You can kind of see them right there on that bookshelf right there. That I put. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of those Atari albums right there down so I can make room. I probably, if I'm bored, move some of these stuff around and put those Atari albums down here, and then put a bunch of the the Neo Geo games down on here. So that's that. So, and this next one just came in today that I bought on eBay, and that really pissed me off. I picked up a Metal Slug X for the Neo Geo MVS, and I got a good price, but it's Japanese. But when I saw the boards were like uneven, and I was like, what's going on here? And then I realized they took out the screws to show. Thanks, bro. Thank you for that. I appreciate that comment. But I was a little upset because when I got this Neo Geo MVS cart, they took out the screws. They took the screws out. And then the board just came all apart. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I can barely keep it together. So I'm wondering if I can somehow put new screws in there to hold it together. I might have to rig it, or might have to just get a piece, a cheap cart that I have already and just put the guts in there. So even though I hate what this happens, I can probably just take the guts out of this one and put it in another one. And it's not easy just to get a normal MVS cart. Jack. No, I do not. I think, isn't that a Neo Geo game, Jack? I think Pro Evolution Soccer, isn't that a Neo Geo game? And I think I seen that at the game store. I'm slowly going to be picking up these Neo Geo games, but I'm going to definitely pick up the cheap copy to throw in here to fix this. I'm pissed. I sent a message to the guys like, yo, he said the game doesn't work. Well, I guarantee you why it's not working is because the asshole tore it apart. It was in pieces. It's pretty modern. I don't play soccer games at all. So, but I'm pretty sure I know for sure I saw a soccer game over there. As you know, for the Neo Geo, what's up, Emily? For the Neo Geo, they're famous for a couple things. They're famous for their fighting games, like King of Fighters. Was it Samurai Showdown? Final Fairy, and then they got I think a bunch of couple shooters, and then you have like Metal Slug. Metal Slug's one of my favorite games on there. And then they got a ton of sports games like Baseball Stars. I know they got soccer, Windjammers, and a bunch of different games on there. And I did a multi cart. I kind of want to go through that again another day and check out other games that I think I tried one King of Fighters game. I'm not into fighters, but I figure why not give it a try. But I'm going to put that on mute. It's on tablet mode, but I can't touch that. I don't know what the hell. Trying to take care of this, but screw it. I can handle it. There we go. Yeah, I did, Emily. Did take it in. They offered me way low on my Commodore 64, like $20. Like, dude, I paid 100, I think 120 for the Commodore 64. And like, if you get it working 60, I'm like, no. I'm like, then I'd rather have it worked on and then keep it in the collection. But right now, currently, I'm seeing if they can get it worked on. Usually, they'll work on anything that's old. They just don't want to do it with anything more modern. So I'm like, this is right up your alley then. I'm like, it's a Commodore 64. I'm like, I have time. I'm like, just work on it. But yeah, I'm about to go sit down and eat and watch SummerSlam. So I just wanted to show off some of the stuff that I got. I'm going to try to get together with my best friend and do some live episodes of me and him talking. Highly suggest you guys check out me and my best friend's podcast that we did, that we told old school stories. I highly suggest it. It's really funny. Oh, definitely. I'll go check out Sir from the 6. So yeah, so I'm pretty much gonna wrap up and go relax, eat. Maybe after SummerSlam I'll do something. I'm not gonna promise. Sorry I hadn't been active the last few days because minus I was on Drew's show a couple times, but I was just tired. The heat, especially Thursday and Friday, was just brutal. I was exhausted. So I'm gonna go relax. You guys have a good day. Good night. I'll talk to you guys later. I have to switch it back to laptop mode to do that. So, I don't know why it wouldn't let me touch it as a tablet. It's a damn notebook. Go figure, See ya.